Good morning, this is Alex, the Sober Dad. Thanks for joining me today in another episode of the Sobriety Journal. My goal with this journal is to provide you with useful, tactical information on how to deal with your own recovery. Today I'm talking about a really useful technique that I've covered in other videos, but I felt like it would be a good, interesting idea to expand a little bit on it. And that is the technique of playing the tape. Playing the tape. You might know this technique, but I'll tell you how it helps you, and it's been super useful in my own recovery. Playing the tape is a technique that you use when you feel strong cravings for drinking, where you are at a point where these cravings have been building up and you're trying to decide, should I drink, should I not drink? Playing the tape will help you to decide. And the way it works is you play the tape by reliving, by going back in time to those moments when you decided to drink, and then you remember what the aftermath of your decision was, what happened after you drank the next 24 hours, because you've done this before. So you know what the consequences are, you know what's going to happen. So you can play that tape in your mind so you can make a better decision, right? You know how that story ends. You watched that movie many times. So if you decide to drink, then you know that there's gonna be a lot of trouble the next day. You're gonna feel really bad. You might do things that you regret. So what about, instead of just going ahead and doing it, you just play it in your mind for a little while. And this might help you. This might dissuade you from actually picking up again, regardless of how strong the craving is. Because now you have something to balance against. Many times when we're drinking, we only focus on the immediate feeling of relief that we get when we drink. When we start drinking, and then whatever strong feeling you're trying to eliminate, it goes away. So we have a selective memory. We remember the benefit, but then we selectively forget all the terrible consequences associated with drinking in excess. So by playing the tape, it helps you to balance this decision. And there is an enhancement to this technique, which is like, and I'm dating myself, right? The tape refers to a magnetic tape, to listen to music, which I grew up listening to. There's a side A and a side B. Well, the B side of the tape, right, usually had all the sort of less popular songs sometimes, like the B side of an LP album as well. But in this case, the B side of the tape helps you to imagine what would happen if you don't drink. So if you choose not to drink tonight, despite of the craving that you're having, what would happen? So you can play that tape again. You can play that tape also, which is, you're not gonna wake up with a hangover. You're gonna wake up feeling better. You are going to go to work. You're gonna show up to your appointments. You're gonna be responsive and responsible to the people that depend on you. So you can play that tape too, right? So you can play the A side of the tape, which is what are all the consequences of drinking, and then you can play the tape. Well, what if I don't drink? How would my day look like if I don't drink? You know, and those playing those two tapes will help you to look at the two circumstances, and will help you to make a balanced choice. So this technique has really helped me a lot, because I know when you're in the throes of an urge, when you really feel like you want to drink, you might just have the one thought going on and on in your head. So taking a pause and running these two scenarios can help you. It has helped me a lot. So why don't you try it tonight? Why don't you give it a shot and see how it works for you? And let me know in the comments if you tried it and if it helped you to not drink. So that's the thought for today. So thanks for watching. This is Alex Rivera, the Sober Dad, and I will see you soon.